My girls and women, next month is dedicated to women, and we start now to sharpen our activities. We intend to have many activities. My name is Margaret Udo. I'm the founder of Youth Reformation and Awareness Center, YRAC, and also Women of Great Minds. The month of March is always ours because we need to enlighten the women, share relevant information with them, and make women to be proud of being women and seeing themselves as being fortunate. I always ask women, if you were to put on a shelf, on a counter in a shop, how much will you cost? What price will be placed on you? Every woman should learn to answer that question. Today I'm reading from my book, The Female Diary, for the real she woman, not the artificial women, not the women that have changed their gender from men to be women. Those are not the women I'm reading from. I'm reading for the women that started their life. The mothers gave birth to them as women, not as men that feel were trapped in the body of men, but they're supposed to be women. I'm reading on from page 47, a contribution from Dr. Ndubuisi Onoha. It's food and fertility. And you know that many of us women do not think that food has any relationship with our fertility. But this man has told us that there is a relationship between what you eat and how fertile you can be. The ability to conceive and produce a healthy child is one of the expressions of a healthy life. Therefore, everything that will be discussed here will enhance fertility and well-being. I see this as an interesting topic. It is a window through which our reasoning can enter into the principles of health maintenance and reversal of diseases. This area in humanity is still showing the ignorance of life, since the original blueprint of man died in the primal Garden of Eden. I'm writing as a medical doctor. That's what the man said, because he's a medical doctor that recognizes God. And as a student of life, expressing all that I have learned in connection to health, my writer will present a holistic picture of the truth and healing. I admire this man so much. We actually used to call him the herbal doctor because he believes that either your food will be your medicine or your medicine will become your food. If production is a major process of life, why are many persons having difficulty to reproduce? As you read, pause and try to answer that question. What is the definition of life? And this is so coincidental because in my upcoming book, which is called A Walk from Evening to Midnight, I've used one chapter to talk about what you think life is. And I just realized that life is a very common word. Everybody, leave me or let me live my life. In this life, that life. There is no day anybody will not talk about life. But do you know one funny thing? And one very surprising fact is that if somebody talks about life now, you pin the person and ask the person, what is life? What does life mean to you? You'll be so surprised that the definition of life is very difficult. Many people cannot define it. Even I, though I've tried to define it several ways in my upcoming book, I don't think there is a particular definition that fits all. Life is simply, according to Dr. Noha, the ability to meet needs and solve problems. That is to him. To other people, it may mean nothing or something else. And definitely not limited to the ability to move and breathe. Life can either be increased or decreased, depending on a number of factors. A good understanding of this answer should inspire us to strive to be alive and have our own children. Jesus said, He came that we may have life, and that we may have it more abundantly, thereby supporting the fact that life can be increased. When you swing in line with the principle of life, life tends to increase. But if you are discordant with or opposed to this principle, life tends to diminish. Continuous diminution of life in any individual imparts negativity or negatively on the functioning of different organ systems, including difficulty in conception. There are two life aspects, an active and a passive area. Coming together, they harmonize to complete and balance whole. A healthy body has abundant life, while a body in disharmony is sick and therefore has a diminished life that tends towards what? Death. Sickness in our body is not an intrinsic part of humanity. It is a misunderstood alarm system which should alert us to the presence of disharmony or imbalance in our body. The disharmony, that's poor health, is usually caused by the deficiency or excess of health requirements. Sounds simple, isn't it? Ridiculously, people expect complications in life and laugh over simple things. Let's also consider the principles of creation. Everything God made, each specific kind, He made them male and what? Female, including inanimate objects. It's clearly understood that masculine characteristics are associated with activity and consumption of energy, while female characteristics are associated with conservation of energy, nurturing and regeneration of new life. We have up as masculine and down as feminine, mountains as masculine and valleys as equivalent feminine. It takes more energy to go up and less energy to go down. Similarly, you need more energy to climb a mountain than to descend a valley. My right hand is my masculine hand because I am right-handed, and my left, less active or passive left hand, is my feminine hand. But none can do without the other. What about time? Time can be split into masculine and feminine equivalents also. The day is masculine because it is a period designated for activity and energy utilization, and the night is feminine, being the period designated for rest, conservation of energy, healing of injured cells, and generation of dead cells in the body. Engaging in energy demanding activity at night will harm us because it is a time for rest and regeneration. Perhaps by now you are wondering how the present discussion links with food and fertility. I want you to appreciate the principle of a healthy life and the gender qualities that are intrinsic in all creation, and how it relates to the intrinsic gender qualities of food and its balance, and how this balance or lack of it impacts on health, including fertility. Everything in life is either active or passive, and the system would have captured it well and designated the two forms of expressions of life as yin, Y-I-N, and yang, Y-A-N-G. Yin is a positive or the feminine aspect, and yang the active or the masculine aspect. Both combine equitably to yield harmony in any system. True progress in all our scientific development must follow this principle of life. For example, batteries have positive and negative nodes that allow for continuous flow of electron current by which many gadgets are powered. To move forward in a canoe, you must row the two sides equally. If not, it turns the side with more activity and begins to move in circles. Infertility is inability to achieve conception after 1 year of regular unprotected sexual intercourse between matured male and female. This problem can be due to male factors, female factors, or both. I will outline only the female factors here because the book is what? Female diary. Is not what? Male diary. It's not also for the real he-man, but for the real she-woman. Female factors taken broadly are 7 of them. 1, problems with ovulation. 2, problems with fallopian tubes, usually due to infections. 3, problems with the uterus or womb. 4, problems with the cervix or lower gate of the womb. 5, production of antibodies against the male sperm cells. 6, endometriosis, inner lining of the womb found outside the womb. 7, advanced age. The older a woman gets, the more her fertility rate declines. Now let us return to food as it relates to fertility. Food has a major role to play in the development of infertility and also in its reversal, especially in women. The understanding of food and allowing this understanding guide our choices of what we eat will help prevent and reverse this unnecessary affliction of humanity. What is food? I think we shall stop there and continue next time. Go and read what food is. Do a research. Why food should come into fertility. What's the relationship? But when I come back, we are going to discuss that after reading through the contribution of Dr. Ndobisi Onoha. Thank you so much for always listening. I hope you do.